Hey guys, hope you're all having a great Easter weekend. Today's obviously Easter Sunday, so I hope you're not eating too much chocolate, but I guess it is the one day of the year where you're allowed to. Like the title of the video says, here is Battle Damaged Darth Vader. Well, this isn't the figure, this is the card back from the 30th anniversary collection. Look at a really nice image there of Darth Vader on the front, as well as all the stickers which I've taken off the bubble and just put them on the card back just for keepsake reasons, no real reason. Most of you will know he was repacked eventually in the Legacy collection in 2008, so the year after this line. You can have a bit of a pause there and read his character profile. You can read that there as well if you'd like. So let's take a look at the figure. Definitely one of the coolest Darth Vaders in my collection now. I'm really looking forward to the new one, A New Hope rendition. But this is certainly one of the coolest ones. Obviously here I've got the battle damage parts still attached, but as I go I will remove those parts to show you what he looks like. Really nicely detailed Darth Vader. I will admit he does look better without his damaged parts on there, but for the main thing, he is a really cool Darth Vader. Now you can see the sort of his cape there. It's got some little like charred burn holes through it from his battle with Starkiller. The thing I do like is actually the plastic lower tunic around the or skirt around the back there. It's all ripped and torn and shredded. I just really like the plastic there. It looks really cool. Not saying the other extra soft goods on the newest vintage collection Darth Vader is bad, but I don't know, it's just something different, I guess. So considering most of these parts are removable once they are together, they don't look too bad. There are a few bits missing. Obviously you can see on the arm there's a chunk missing out of his arm and bits and pieces missing as he's been hacked and slashed. Yeah, it does come with his lightsaber, which is a Darth Vader lightsaber. We've never seen anything like that before. This is where the fun begins, as the saying goes. Alright, on his left arm, he does, as you can see, he has a piece around his forearm there, which is just a little snap-off piece of plastic to reveal his mechanical arm. As you can sort of see there, the joint that joins onto his fleshy arm, courtesy of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I just really like it. It gives us this really nice insight to what it actually looks like underneath with his more machine than man bits. So we'll move down to his leg, to his left leg. And this part of his leg is also just a snap-off piece. It's just split down the back and attaches to his leg rather nicely. He doesn't have anything to cover that extra foot, but what do you know? Darth Vader still has toes. I certainly wouldn't want to get a kick from Darth Vader, as that would hurt. But once again, you can sort of almost see those sort of claws that sort of grasp onto his still existing flesh there of his upper leg. So that's really nicely done. And his feet. Before I go on, I will give you a bit of a run through of his articulation, otherwise I will forget it. He has a swivel head. Yes, it's a swivel. He has ball-hinged shoulders. He has ball-hinged elbows. He has swivels at the forearms where his gloves are. He has a swivel waist. He has swivel hips, ball-hinged knees and ball-hinged ankles. So he has fantastic articulation. So as we go on with his battle damage, he also has a chest piece that comes off, once again on his left side. So he's quite unbalanced. And that just sort of slots in there like so. There is a peg, as you can see, which they've done a nice job of. The only problem I have with this figure is the hole that it leaves there. I honestly think without the peg hole, that would have just slotted in nicely, because as you might be able to see just through the chest armor there is like a rather deep groove there, which it does slide in, and that holds it reasonably well. But I guess over time, if you were to play with it a bit much, it might come loose. But I could have done without the peg hole, to be honest. But I guess you could fill it in with some putty or something. But I know it might look a bit strange, so I'll just leave it. So you can sort of see his skin there if I zoom up. I'll zoom up even more. See, he's still relatively scarred from his battle with Obi-Wan and Mustafar. But this is the cool part, and it is the helmet. The helmet, it looks a little bit, once you look at it up close, it does look quite strange. One eye appears to be bigger than the other, and the part that is still moulded to the head is actually not as shiny as the part that is removable. So let's just pop that off. Once again, that just slots in. You've still got the rest of the helmet intact. It's one single piece. Now we have the head of Anakin Skywalker underneath his helmet. The eyepiece is a little bit higher than I thought it would be, but that's not a big deal. You can see the eye and the eyepiece doesn't quite match up symmetrically, but not to worry. They're nicely detailed throughout his head, all burnt and scarred, and see if we can zoom up on that a little bit better. There we go. They've done a nice job of this. I really like this head sculpt. As most of you know, I'm a big Force Unleashed fan, so this is definitely one for your collection if you are indeed a Force Unleashed fan as well. So here we have Mr. Vader as he appears at the end of the game once Starkiller has really whooped his ass. Say the least, whatever. Put his lightsaber back in his hand. So he really got his ass served up to him at the end of the game. So that's battle damage Darth Vader. And see, just the amount of detail they've gone to, such as on the belt there, you got loose wires. I will zoom up again so you can see that a little bit better, a little bit clearer. You can see you got the wires sort of hanging out his belt there, and on the other side he's got loose wires and stuff hanging out his apparatuses. He really just is battle damaged. I don't know how else I can explain it. A really well done figure. I'm really happy with this guy. Go to the back, as you can see, the cape, just holes throughout the whole thing, frayed and ripped at the ends. More holes on this side. It really gives you a good look at the frail being that lies underneath the suit. But he survives, as we know, and which really shows his strength and power in the dark side of the Force. Not real with my zooming today, it's not all that flash. It is a nicely done figure, I will admit. So if you can get a hold of this for a decent price, I definitely recommend you do. He is quite expensive to get on eBay as a carded item. I managed to get him for $8. That's excluding postage. all up probably cost me $12, which isn't too bad at all, considering this guy goes for between 20 and 30 quite easily. Yeah, I was pretty lucky to get him, I think, at that price especially. So the Force Unleashed figures, I guess the next major one I want on my list is Ram Koda, but that's another one that goes for quite hefty prices. So I'll definitely be not going for that one too urgently, but I will get him eventually, hopefully. So as usual, guys, thanks for watching. Just drop your comments below, any questions or anything. Definitely happy to answer them as always. So next up, we've got Mara's Brood, also from the Force Unleashed. Before we do that, I'll quickly show you the stand he comes with. You can see it's got an expanded universe logo on there with a single peg, and there's the label of battle damaged Darth Vader. Like I said, I hope you've enjoyed having a look at this Darth Vader figure. Definitely one of the greatest ones, just because it offers something different. I know we've all probably got about 7 or 8 Darth Vaders in our collection. And we're about to get another one. So stay tuned for Mara's Brood. I'll have that up in the next couple of days. And so until that happens, hope you all enjoy the rest of your Easter weekend. Or long weekend. Yeah. And I'll be back very soon. So until then, may the Force be with you. Always.